Well, happy Friday, Gators. It is September 11th, and we are excited to see you. As I just said, it is September 11th, 19 years ago today. We want to take a moment to remember all those lives that were lost in that tragedy. And thank you to every first responder and everyone that's out there still currently serving in those roles. Now, today is Friday, and we are so happy it's Friday. It's another great day to be a Gator. And today we get to have another great staff showcase. This time it's going to be with Miss Tabuso from kindergarten. So I'm going to go ahead and bring Miss Tabuso in here. Miss Tabuso, how are you doing today?
Great.
Awesome. Now, I understand you have some parents that you guys are having some meetings with for their ICE stations. Is that correct?
ICE stations. I really believe that it's important that we make those relationships with parents and assess them one-on-one so that we can support, as sometimes our parents have technology problems. So then I just went ahead and scheduled them throughout today and next week.
No, that's awesome. I've heard lately the biggest three things in education are relationships, and relationships.
Right.
And that's something that you're building right now, especially at kindergarten. Make those positive relationships, and it's going to make a lasting impact on them throughout their years, especially here at Sherman. So thank you for doing that.
You're welcome.
So we're going to take a moment to get to know you a little bit better. So first off, what is your background? Where are you coming from? And what brought you to Sherman?
Okay. I was born in Texas, southern Texas, right at the border of Texas. And I was actually a migrant student. So that means I lived part of my time in my hometown in Texas. Then we would travel to Mississippi, where my father had a business that he ran temporarily or seasonal, and Idaho. So I lived within those three states long term. I was also I would migrate to other states, but it was just for seasonal work. Then we decided to go ahead and just stay here in Idaho. And I've been here since 1977. I enrolled at BSU, graduated in BSU with my bachelor's degree, and got my first job teaching sixth grade. And that's when our elementary schools went from K through 6. So I was at an elementary school teaching sixth grade. After that year, I realized I enjoyed working with younger children. So the following year, I was hired as a third grade teacher. And most of my experience has been with third grade. And that was at Lakeview Elementary. So I stayed there till I graduated with my bachelor's in 1981. A few years later, I went back to school and got my master's. But I stayed at Lakeview since 1977. In 1981, I graduated with my bachelor's, as I indicated, and was teaching their third grade. In 1998, they were closing the school down. 1994, they were closing the school down, and they were opening Sherman in 1995. And I moved to Sherman, teaching third grade in Sherman.
Whoa. So you are telling me that you have been at Sherman since the days it was built?
Yes.
That is awesome.
I was here at the school as they were finishing up, and I've been here since 1995 when school opened.
That's awesome.
Third grade. Then I was moved to first grade and asked to go to kinder. Then my following year, I looped with my children to first grade, then came back to kinder, and I've been in kinder for the last 8 years. 2 years ago, I retired. I was done teaching. I was retired. I reached the rule of 90, as I've been teaching for 39 years. And I retired. Then I was asked to come back for kindergarten again. And I love teaching. So, of course, I was eager to come back for 1 year. And guess what? This is my second year back as a retiree. It's very difficult for me to leave Sherman. My heart's here, Sherman. So even though I retired, I'm always happy to come back.
No, I can understand that. That's an amazing story, and for you to be able to say that you were one of the original Gators,
Yes.
that's got to bring some new meaning to the phrase, that we started saying, it's great to be a Gator.
True
So
Gator here.
a true Gator. So with that, I'm going to skip over the second question for a second because it kind of just brings us there. So in your eyes, being here from the beginning till now, what makes Sherman a great place to be a Gator?
First of all, our teachers. We're a very tight community and we support each other, and we're here for the purpose of children and reaching out to our community, our parents, our children, and our businesses around here. I feel like I belong here. Even though after I left, it really felt like, yes, I'm coming back to Sherman because I belong at Sherman with this community.
No, that's awesome. And so one other question. So you've been at Sherman for a long time, but there's got to be a little bit of Miss Tabuso outside of these school walls. So what are a couple things that you love to do when you're not here at Sherman?
My first love is teaching. So when I'm home, I do a lot of reading about strategies and how to best help our parents, our children learn. But the one that I do when I'm not working on academics is my husband actually has his own business and builds cabinets, and I help with that. I help doing as much as staining, putting nails, and lacquering.
Oh, nice. So, we're I guess our phrase that we always say, we're Shermanizing things right now. And I actually have a few things down here that needed painting. So when we're done here, if you want to come over and help, that would be okay.
Yes, and my husband, like I said, he loves to support me as in my education, so he's always providing. So
no, that's awesome. That is awesome. Well, Ms. Tabuso, I appreciate your time. I know you have a couple parents waiting for you. I'm sure once they get a chance to watch this, they're going to really enjoy the time spent with you, learning about your history. It's been fun. And before I let you take it away and end this, I want to tell people that next week we have our next 3 or 4 staff members that we are going to be talking to. They are Miss Johnson, Miss Fisher, Miss Geske, and then if we get a chance, we're going to sneak Mr. Moore in next week, but it might have to be the following week because we are working on bringing the kids back to school. So we're going to get our hybrid plan set up, and it's going to be awesome to see kids in these halls again. So with that, Ms. Tabuso, I'm going to turn it over to you to go ahead and send us off for our weekend.
I want all of you to have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And don't forget, it's great to be a Gator.